Today is March 19th, 2016. I want to give you an update on how things are going. I had to bring all of the tomatoes and plants, look at those. All of my nasturtium, not nasturtium, marigolds. The marigolds are flowering. Look at those flowers. But I brought them inside, and I'm glad I did. It got down to about 30 degrees in the greenhouse last night. So I brought in, and look how tall they are in here. I don't know. I'm so eager to plant things, but there they are. And that Jerusalem artichoke, look at that. It is really filling up the shelf space there. So I didn't bring in all the potatoes. They were I covered them in plastic, but look, I think they have suffered a little bit of damage, even though they were under plastic. So tonight I'll put the potatoes either in the house or in the garage. I wish I would have put them in the garage yesterday, the ones in the containers here. You see that? These leaves, the cold got to them. That's not a good thing. So anyway, the other potatoes that are covered in dirt, I'm not worried about those. I think they'll be okay. But looky here, I've been out working again. I got 2 loads of compost today. This is the second load. This is going to go into the backyard. So I'm going to leave it here. I'll take it around next week some. And here, let's look. And I put another load of compost on the far side of the garden. You see that over there? And I'll move that down on the leaves. And now my whole garden is composted. That's fantastic. Now, those peas never did bounce like I wanted. We'll see. But look, I planted some other ones from seed right there. They're coming up. Of course, peas can take a little cold weather. And look at those broad beans. They're coming right along. They're not having any trouble. Now, the kale and the cabbage, I need to water them, but I'm not worried about, 30 degrees isn't going to be a problem. The marigolds, as you can see, I left the buckets on top of the marigolds I planted. I tried to cover the flowers and the nasturtium because they will have trouble. And there's the backside. Now, the other thing to take note of is when I added a little bit of topsoil. In fact, let's see if you can see this. I added some topsoil into my compost here, and it made, I don't know if you can see that, but it made a big impact. So I think if you add a little bit of topsoil into this compost, that's a real good thing. It seems to be maybe just a bit of topsoil. I got some topsoil from my neighbor. Let's see. The last of the update. Here those peas have come up from I planted these on the 7th. And look at that. These are the other broad beans. They're now breaking out. So I'll plant these when I get around to it, but probably in a week. And those onions, they haven't had any trouble. It got cut down cold in the greenhouse last night, but the onions can take a little bit of cold. That's not a problem for them. So, okay, that's pretty much the update. Right now, even though it's fairly cool outside in the greenhouse, it says 62 down there, and it's about 68 or 66 from that. I don't know if you can see that. So it's about 66 up top here, a little bit warmer, which is normally the case. The heat rises. So anyway, these onions look so good. I'm so excited about growing these onions. So we'll see how that all goes. Okay, like I said, I got some topsoil from my neighbor. They had extra topsoil, and so I was starting to add that into the compost, and I noticed that a little bit of compost, actually a lot of compost and a little bit of topsoil really seemed to make the compost better. So anyway, okay, love you guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye-bye.